I'm Andy, and this is Fence Post, where I review albums from my collection, share stories about collecting music and vinyl, and champion the artists I love. I've noted previously that the Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream from 1993 was really a formative piece for me as a young teen in and around 1993 and 1994. The album was seminal in cultivating my obsession for discovering new music, and also sharing that music with others. Stepping away from me, Siamese Dream is really overall considered a true alt-rock masterpiece, and it features some of the band's most iconic songs, Cherub Rock, Today, Disarm, as well as a few favorites of mine like Mayonaise and Spaceboy. If you like the Smashing Pumpkins, and more specifically, if you like Siamese Dream, I have compiled 5 albums from my collection that I think you should check out as well. Like the Smashing Pumpkins, this shoegaze band has a penchant for combining heavy guitar riffs with dreamy, ethereal vocals. In fact, I have actually seen some out there emphasize the shoegazier side of the Smashing Pumpkins when Siamese Dream is mentioned. You can definitely hear it in songs like Mayonnaise, Cherub Rock, Today, many of those others. Loveless by My Bloody Valentine came out 2 years prior to Siamese Dream, 1991. This album is often lauded as the definitive pinnacle of shoegaze. It tops damn near every best of list when it comes to the subgenre, and it has influenced countless shoegaze resurgence, dream pop bands, and more that have followed in its footsteps. It features dense layers of distorted guitars, ethereal vocals that create a dreamlike atmosphere, often deafening with noise. Only Shallow, When You Sleep, Soon. These are the ones that I personally always seem to gravitate toward. Radiohead's debut album, Pablo Honey, introduced the world to the band, which at the time blended alt-rock with grunge influences. While it lacks the kind of experimental edge and sonic innovations of their later works like OK Computer, Kid A, and literally everything that followed, Pablo Honey features a handful of songs that drive just as hard as Siamese Dream. Tracks like Creep and You. If you like the Smashing Pumpkins, you may appreciate the combination of heavy guitars, inward-looking lyrics found on Pablo Honey. These helped establish Radiohead as one of the most important bands of the 1990s. Now, it may not have really exploded them onto the scene like that which followed, but it's there nonetheless. And just like Siamese Dream pushed the Smashing Pumpkins further into alt-rock stardom, Pablo Honey did the same with Radiohead. With their experimental noise rock sound, Sonic Youth has been a huge influence on alternative rock, including the Smashing Pumpkins themselves. I've pulled Daydream Nation from 1988 out of my collection as the album to highlight. Kinda seems like it's the obvious choice. This double LP is often cited as one of the best and most influential rock albums of all time. It features Sonic Youth's signature experimental noise rock, as well as some of the more accessible and melodic songs from the band. You can't mention this album without talking about Teenage Riot and the influence it had on alt-rock. Let's jump forward into the 21st century now. And these next two are a little bit different, but I think you'll appreciate how they pull in some similarities and other traits that you'll find with the Smashing Pumpkins as well. This is perhaps the most questionable item on this list. The Afghan Whigs and their 2014 LP, Due to the Beast. This album showcases a sound that is both dark and seductive, with a mix of rock and soul and even funk influences that is brooding and emotional. If you like the Smashing Pumpkins, you might appreciate the Afghan Whig's ability to combine heavy guitar riffs, dark lyrics, and yeah, a little bit of a flair for the dramatic. Due to the Beast pushes the boundaries of alt-rock while delving deep into complex emotions. And we can't forget that the Afghan Whigs are steeped in the roots of grunge. Okay, the distortion and even chord progression in the verse of Curse the Sun has a feeling of early work by the Smashing Pumpkins. There's alt-rock and shoegaze parallels here. And the sonic guitars and emotive vocals and lyrics seem to resonate with much of what you get on Siamese Dream. Yeah, maybe at times there's a little bit more heaviness to it, but I think this is a phenomenal album. It is called Tired of Tomorrow, and the band is called Nothing. It has true shoegaze cred. And on top of that, it's just one of those albums that sneaks up on you and blows you away. Which brings us full circle. Siamese Dream really was the album that got me into discovering new music. I threw it on the turntable yesterday for the first time in about 6 to 8 months, and when I go any length of time without listening to it, I tend to fall in love with it all over again. From Cherub Rock to Disarm, Mayonnaise to Spaceboy, Luna. If I had to name my #1 alt-rock album from the 1990s, this would be it. No, it would not be Nirvana's Nevermind. No, it would not be anything else that really defined the 90s. It would be Siamese Dream. In the description, you will find links to where you can get copies of any of these albums on this list. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with a fellow music fan. You can also connect with me and fencepost.com on Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube. Links are in the description. I will see you next time.